If you think a stock split makes you richer, you might already be losing the game because right now, one of Vanguard's most popular ETFs is splitting its shares, and a lot of investors are piling into this ETF. But there's one problem: the people that are buying this ETF because of the split, you're buying it for really the wrong thing, and that is the mistake that could cost you real money. So, in this video, I want to break down what ETF is actually splitting, why it is absolutely crushing the market, and of course, the one risk that nobody is talking about when it comes to investing. Now, Vanguard just really announced a lot of stock splits that are coming. A multitude of ETFs are going to be splitting, including the Vanguard Mega Cap Growth ETF. The ticker on this one is MGK, and it is doing a 5-to-1 stock split, meaning that if you own 1 shares of this ETF currently, it is going to turn it into 5 shares. That means right now the price around $400 is going to go down to $80. But here's the key: there is nothing changing in value. Same company, same performance. It is the exact same risk. It is really financial optics. Now, when they do this, they do it to make the ETF look cheaper. And that's exactly what they're doing. With it being a cheaper ETF, they're giving it more accessibility to a lot of other people, and it works psychologically. You got the same ETF, you might have more shares of it, but it is at a much, much reduced price. So, what is it really doing? This is where a lot of people get it wrong when it comes to the ETF. The MGK is not a diversified ETF at all. We talk about the foundation, we talk about the growth, we talk about, looking at the income and really that value ETFs that we see. This is a highly aggressive growth ETF. It is actually highly concentrated, betting on mega cap tech. So you're kind of getting the biggest and the best of the S&P 500, really making the gamble or the bet that they are going to continue running in the future. We are talking about Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, Amazon, Alphabet. These are the mega cap companies we see. In fact, when you look at this ETF itself, it is just a handful of stocks that make up this in the entirety. So when you buy the MGK, you're not buying the market. You are only buying and really focusing on the winners of the last 5 to 10 years, which of course has been driven almost entirely by artificial intelligence. Some data centers in there, semiconductors, a lot of those companies really making a lot of money. Now, of course, with an ETF this magnitude, we have to be fair. This ETF has absolutely been crushing it. Over the last 10 years, the MGK has returned a staggering 427%. That is right. When you start looking at these mega cap stocks, they have continued to grow and have continued to really exceed expectations. When in comparison to the S&P 500, which again is kind of crazy to even think about, in the last 10 years, the S&P 500 has returned 301%, which again is kind of crazy to think the double-digit returns. That's not a small difference when you compare the 427 to the 301. It is really a life-changing change that we see in there. And why? It's because the market has really been driven, and even looking at the S&P 500, by a few very large dominating companies. Even the S&P 500, and this is where, again, a lot of people are getting into the debate when it comes to the S&P 500. Are you really getting diversification? Because of this concentration with these large companies, top companies are now making up a massive portion of the index. So the MGK is basically saying, forget the diversification, just own the winners. Now, if you remember, there's a very similar ETF that does this. It is the SPMO. So the SPMO actually takes the top around 100 companies in the S&P 500, bets on those companies that are going to be running or that have the most momentum, invest in those only. Again, this is where when you start looking at growth like a QQQM, looking at like an SPMO, which again could be, depending on the diversification, depending on the mix, could fall into growth, could fall into value. And then looking at something like the MGK, this is basically focusing on the growth side of the index itself. And again, highly concentrated, highly focused on growth. So now, here's the challenge that I want to really pose to you. And this is where a lot of YouTube videos really stop when they're explaining it. What would you do in looking at this ETF? It has dropped different points within the last 10 years, 20 to 30% multiple times over the last 10 years. Question is, do you have the stomach to handle that? If you see an ETF that you have in your portfolio drop 10, drop 20, drop 30% in the entirety, That is because when growth stocks fall, this ETF is going to get absolutely crushed. It is going to fall hard because it has a really strong concentration into those large cap companies. You don't have the protection. There are no financials in here, almost no energy, very little defensive exposure in there. So if tech goes down, this ETF is one that is going to take a nosedive. It doesn't just dip, it is going to bleed your portfolio when you start looking at a dip in the market. So, of course, let's kill the biggest myth that we see with the ETF right now. A stock split does not mean you're investing better. It doesn't increase the returns. It doesn't change the fundamentals that we have with these ETFs. It just makes the price look much, much smaller, which, of course, when you start looking at fractional investing, doesn't really make a big difference anymore. When there was a point in time where you had to buy shares in their entirety, fractional investing kind of got rid of that years and years ago. Historically, stock splits have really had mixed results at best. So when you start looking at the MGK, again, they're starting to and really focusing on attracting a lot of new investors at that much, much lower price. It's cheaper now. It's not investing. That's reacting to what we have in the marketplace. So then the real question comes, should you own this ETF? Well, it depends on one specific thing and one very specific thing. What role is this going to fill? What is your risk tolerance within your portfolio? If you want exposure to very high growth, big tech exposure, and a long-term upside, meaning you're going to be invested in this thing for probably 10 plus years, this ETF could absolutely make sense, but I would caution you to hold it in a smaller percentage, 5, 10, maybe even 15%. I believe something of this nature, I would even categorize even maybe outside of a little bit of the growth, possibly getting into the aggressive ETFs. Again, it's going to make a big, big difference on your risk tolerance that you have in your portfolio and exactly what that makeup is. Because of course, if you're thinking safe, if you're thinking diverse, if you're thinking low risk, this is absolutely not the ETF that you want to go in. This is really misunderstanding, if you have it, exactly what you own. Now, of course, the biggest investing mistake that people make isn't picking the wrong assets. It's not understanding the ones that you picked. MGK is not bad by any means, but most people, and it's not what a lot of people think it is, you have to know what's in there, because if you don't understand it, the market will teach you the wrong way and really teach you the hard way when you see a really, really big dip in the market. Now, of course, like I said, if you're into the risk tolerance, if you can take the risk tolerance for a 20 or 30% dip, this might be one that you add in there, either as the growth focus in the portfolio, or even looking at that aggressive focus, depending on the percentage that you have. So of course, guys, if you got any value of this video, just like we do with every single time, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'd love to see all the new subscribers out there. Video's doing incredibly well. Love the growth on the channel. Give the video a like. It does help feed the algorithm. It's going to push the video out to more individuals. Share it with anyone that needs this information, because when it comes to investing, the more you know about the ETFs, what they hold, the performance, and how it really does fit into a portfolio, I feel is the biggest game changer when it comes to the investing scenario. So guys, again, that's going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.